We welcome the very talented Jeff Ashworth, everyone. Let him hear it. Huh?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Vic's hilarious. He's from the South. I'm also from the South, from South Carolina. My girlfriend always gives me a hard time when I go home to visit my family because she says when I come back I always sound more Southern. I say things like y'all and y'all too and these fucking queers can't get married. I dropped the G on fucking, I think is what she was upset. It's lazy. It's just lazy speak. I used to work in a restaurant here in the city, and it was very classy, but there's a bit of a language barrier between the servers and the back waiters, so we developed hand signals to communicate what kind of water we wanted for our tables. And see, and this was flat water, and this was ice water, but this was sparkling water. In a really classy restaurant, we're literally walking around pointing at tables and going like this. Just, the restaurant closed about 3 weeks ago. I can't think of a single reason why other than the 43 sexual harassment charges that were undoubtedly waged against us. That's not even close to sign language for sparkling water. Like if you walk up to a deaf person and you go like this, like you're not. A bottle of water is the last thing you're going to receive, I think, to some extent. I saw a woman walking on the street in this neighborhood, actually. She was wearing a button that said, I am blind and deaf. I thought, wow, that's really sad. That's like the saddest thing I can think of. Unless she's only blind and her friends are playing a trick on her. That would just be really mean. No one's talking to me. Oh, I don't know. Maybe they hate blind people, Cindy. I don't know. So my girlfriend, out of the blue the other day, goes, hey, I have a question for you. I was like, what? She's like, when's my birthday? And I didn't know the exact day. I knew it was coming up, but like I didn't know the exact day because Facebook only gives you like 2 weeks. So like I didn't know exactly when, and that hurt her feelings, but I was talking about it, and I was like, I know that it's coming up, like I just didn't know the exact day, like you forget the exact day of things. She's like, when have I forgotten the exact date of something? It's like, okay, I don't know, how about that time you forgot the exact day that your birth control expired? How about that? Which of these is more important? I have a hard enough time remembering your birthday. I don't need two on my list of things to remember. That was a weird conversation too, man. She was like, anytime your girlfriend says, hey, we need to have a little conversation. It's bad news. Bad news. So we sat down. She says, so, have we had sex in the past 3 weeks? Which is a sad question in any context, I think. But I looked at my day planner, and we had sex. It was on a Wednesday. There was a rerun of Lost, so we got down to business. It was great. Yeah, and so she was like, well, I screwed my birth control, so we might be having a baby. And it scared me. Not that I don't want children, it's just that there are a lot of things I imagine myself doing before I have children. Like, I want to run a marathon. On the moon. I've been planning that for quite some time. It was scary. She was like, what are we going to do? How are we going to solve this problem? I was like, I don't know. I mean, how much money do you think it would cost to build a time machine and go back? Because that would alleviate all of our ills. My friends are like, wow, you guys almost had a baby. That's crazy. I'm like, we didn't almost have a baby. We almost had a $400 bill from Planned Parenthood. That's what we almost had. That would have been awkward for both of us for like 2 weeks. Because Brick by Ben Folds is one of my favorites songs. And if they play that after the incident, you're like, why did there have to be a rerun of Lost? That's terrible. I'm not afraid of having children. I'm just afraid of like being a parent, because I know how stupid I was when I was a child, and I'm afraid I won't handle it with the same grace that my parents did. Like, for Christmas one time, I told my dad my only thing I wanted was leukemia. I didn't know it was a disease. I just knew a girl in my class had it, and she got to wear a hat to school every day, and all of her wishes came true. That's what I wanted for myself. I appreciate the Make-A-Wish Foundation. I think they're doing great work. But I really feel like they're only doing half the job, because they're granting kids dying wishes. But some of these wishes are kind of terrible. Like, kids make terrible wishes. I just told you one of my wishes was to have leukemia. Like, you need to tell the child, like, listen, a pizza party at Chuck E. Cheese is not a decent dying wish. That's all I'm saying. And that's, if you look at their website, like, that's what some of their wishes are. It says on their website they grant 40 wishes a day, which is impressive, but not if you're granting shitty wishes. Like, hey, Charlie, you can meet any celebrity you want. Any celebrity. Really? Ronald McDonald? Okay. All right, we can probably make that happen. Let's get a Mexican and some face paint in here. We got places to be. We got a quota to meet. One kid's wish was to have a 60s party with a Sgt. Pepper's theme, which I think we can all agree is a pretty terrible wish. Like, that's really lame as a dying wish. But maybe not. Maybe what he really wanted was to get high out of his mind. He was just speaking in code. So he shows up at the party and he's like, oh, great, that was awesome. Costumes and everything. That guy's dressed as a walrus. Cool. Where are the drugs? I specifically said Sgt. Pepper's theme. Do I have to spell it out for you? LSD. I want to trip balls. Terrible. So a friend of mine told me that his girlfriend cheated on him with a homeless guy. Yeah. Which was crazy to me. And I gotta say, like, I don't know why she would do that, because my girlfriend told me when you cheat, it's because you're seeking something in the relationship that's not there, so you find it outside the relationship, which is a theory she came up with when she cheated on her boyfriend with another woman, because apparently I was not bringing enough vagina to the relationship. So, yeah. The question then is, what's this homeless guy bringing to the table that my friend is not bringing to the table? He's not bringing a table to the table. I mean, if she's looking for a guy with scraggly facial hair and no long-term goals, like, I got friends in Williamsburg that'll take her out. You guys have been great. I'm Jeff Ashworth. Thanks a lot.
Give it up for Jeff, everybody. Up there.